Hey guys, so welcome back to another video. So today we'll be making the origami spinning top. You can see this is the spinning top. My one's a bit small, but that's just because I made with small paper. You can choose to use an A4 sheet and then make a square out of that if you want to. But I'm just using 10cm by 10cm paper. For this spinner, you will need 3 pieces of paper. They all need to be square. It doesn't matter what size it is. It's up to you. If you want a bigger one, then use bigger pieces of square. But they all have to be the same size, and they have to be square. We're going to get started with the base. So pretty much whatever side you want facing up on the base. So in here we have a purple base. So if you want it, so say for mine I have a red. On the other side it's blue. If yours is double-sided, then don't worry about this part. But if yours has different colors on each side, start with the color that you don't want facing up. So for the first step, you want to take this and you want to fold it downwards in half. Crease that nice and sharp. Now unfold that and take the top and fold it into the middle. Crease it. And do the same with the bottom. Fold it up into the middle. Crease that. Next, fold it in half. Crease that, and then unfold it and fold both edges into the center line. Take the other one, fold it in. Now unfold them and turn it to one side. And now this part's a bit tricky, but you want to lift up this flap here. Hold your finger down on this square while you're doing it. So lift this up, and then if you pull it out to here, you'll see a little diagonal line is made right there. So if I pull this out, you can see a diagonal line there. Line up this top side here with this middle line. So if you can do that, line them up, and then crease that off on the diagonal line, and that should be the next step. So I'll do it again on the other side. So take this flap, lift it up, and then take this line here, this part of the edge here, and fold it up against this middle line here. Take it, fold it up, and press it down against that line. Okay, once that's lined off, crease it off, and then unfold it. For the next step, now that you've got these two lines here, you want to take it, open up both of them at the same time to this shape, and then close this off just like that. So I'll show you again. So once you're here and you've got these two lines creased there, you want to lift up these flaps outwards and then flatten this down and then close it off like this. Fold that, and then take one of the flaps and fold it over to the opposite direction. Do the same with the other one. And now turn it around to do the same thing. So, lift up this flap and line up this edge here with this middle line here. Just take it, press it up against that line. And then once that's lined up, crease it off, unfold it, and do the same on the other side. So take this edge and fold it up against this line. Now close them down and do what we did on this side. So lift up both flaps at the same time and push it down against this line here, and then close it all off. So I'll do that again. So lift them up at the same time, push it down, and then close it all off. And now take one of the flaps and fold it to the opposite direction. Same with the other one. Press it down. So next, you want to take one of these flaps here. Now this is a bit tricky, but if you can open up this gap here, you'll see a little pocket gets created, just like that. And take this corner here and push it down into the center. So take it, push it down into the center. And when you do that, you want to make sure that this is fully unfolded, and so that when you push it down, it creates this square. So I'll do it again on the other side. So lift up the flap here, and then open up this pocket all the way, and then take this corner and push it down to the center, and then crease that off. Do the same with the other two. So lift up the flap, open up this pocket, and then take the corner and push it down into the center. Lift up the flap, open up the pocket, and then take the corner, push it into the center. Next, what you want to do is take one of these squares here, and if you've ever folded a paper crane before, this is one of the first steps to it. So take this line here and fold it up against this faint line in the middle. So take it and fold it up against that line. Crease that off nice and sharp. You want to make sure that this is actually a very firm crease. And do the same with the other side. So take this line here and fold it up against this faint line in the middle. Just like that, and then crease it off. And do the same with all the other three squares. So take this line and fold it up against the faint line in the middle. Crease that down hard, and then take the other side, fold it up, crease that down hard. Now turn it around and do the same thing with these two. Last one, fold it up into the middle, and then crease that off. Now, this next step is a bit tricky. Like before, if you have done a paper crane before, then this will be familiar to you. But if not, then I'll explain it to you. So, take one of the squares and unfold these two flaps. And you'll notice that there's a little, in here, there's a little opening, and you can actually take this, and it'll all open up. Like that. If you can draw an imaginary line between the end of this line here and the end of this line here, so just about there, if you can fold this up to that imaginary line and press it down, then you notice that this all sort of collapses in. So first of all, fold these two down, and then fold the ones at the top down as well. So make sure that they're both aligned when you do that. And then squish that down. Undo both these flaps, and then you'll be able to lift up this little bit here and fold it out, lift it up and fold it down all the way to the edge, push it down, and then fold these two here into the middle, and then do the same at the top. So take these and fold them in, just like that, and squish it all down. So do it again on the other two. So unfold these flaps, lift this up, push it down, fold these into the middle and do the same at the top. And the last one, undo the flaps, lift this up to the top, push it down, fold these into the middle, and then push these down. For the next step, you want to take this extra flap here and fold it up until you can't fold it anymore. And then push it down like that, and do the same with the other one. So lift this up until you can't fold it anymore and push it down. Lift it up to the end, push it down. And the last one. There we go. Now you just want to take all these triangles here and fold them into the middle. There you go. And once you have done that, that is the base completed. So the next step is what holds this tip in place. We'll just call it the middle layer for now. So yet again, you want to have the color that you don't want showing facing up. And then for the first step, just take one of the corners and fold it down to the opposite corner. Make a sharp crease there. Unfold that and do the same with the other corner. So take it, fold it down. Crease that off. Now unfold that, and you'll see that creates an X in the middle. Now take one of the corners and fold it in to the center where the X is, and crease that off. And do the same with all the other corners. So take the corner and fold it into the center. Crease that off. Take the corner, fold it into the center. And then last one, take it into the center. Next thing you want to do is actually turn it all over and do exactly what we just did. So take the corner and fold it into the center. Crease it off. Do the same with the other three. Once you've done that, flip it over again, fold in the corners. Crease them all off. And last one, fold it in, crease it off. For the last step, just flip it over, and you'll notice that there are these flaps here. You want to take the flap and just fold it out to the edge and crease it off. So take the corner, fold it out to the other corner, and then crease it off. Just like that. Once you have done that, that is actually the complete middle layer. Alright, so the last step is the tip. This is the tip here. It's pretty much just what you use to spin around the spinning top. Now with this, choose the color that you want facing up, so the color that you want the tip to be, and turn it around so that the opposite color is facing up. And now take one of the corners and fold it across to the opposite corner. Crease that off. Unfold that and do the same with the other two corners. Crease that off. Now unfold that and take all 4 corners and fold them into the center X here. Fold it into the center, and then last one, take the corner and fold it into the center. Next you want to take another corner and fold it into the center again. Crease it off. Do that with all 3 corners. Last one. There we go. Now for the last time, fold all the corners into the center. There we go. Alright, so next turn it over, and on these lines here, fold them the opposite direction. So fold it like that, undo it, and then fold it over, that, undo it. And now fold one corner to the opposite corner underneath. So you can turn it over and fold it just like that. Now undo that and do the same with the other 2 corners. So fold it in, that. Once you've done those 4 folds, if you take 2 corners, fold them in and push them towards the center, it'll give you this shape here. And this is the finished tip. So last step is the assembly. So you want to first of all take the middle layer and place it on top of the base, making sure that the corners of the middle layer are lining up with the corners of the base. So once you've done that, just take one of the corners of the middle layer and slide it under this little tip here. You'll notice there's this little gaps just here in the base. So if you can take the middle layer and just push it underneath that gap with all 4 corners, that'll be the assembly for the bottom 2 layers. That's 2. There's 3, and the last one is a bit difficult, but if you just push all these other ones right out to the edge, you can lift it up and just curve it like that, push it in. Now the last step is taking tip and putting it on top of the middle layer. So in order to do that, take one of the corners and slide them underneath this little gap here, and do that with all 4 of them. Slide it under, and the last one, just fold it under there. And yeah, once you've got that, just straighten it all up, and that is your finished spitting top. So it's really, really cool. It's been for quite a while. But yeah, hope you had some fun with making this. I hope it's, you know, killing your boredom, being isolated and all that. But yeah, let me know how you did with this in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.